Hi, it's Melanie Johnson again. I'm here at the Habitude's Warrior Conference with my partner Jen Foster for Elite Online Publishing. I'm here with one of the most incredible speakers, Don Hobbs. I just listened to him speak. I was so motivated, and I wrote down so many notes. I loved all the things you said about time management. I think that's one of the biggest crux I have. So what is that thing to tell us your philosophy on time management? And then I have a question after that.
I think, Melanie, that first of all, my aha about it when I was young was that this was the biggest differentiator between success and failure. Like the way we use our time, since we all have the same 1,440 minutes, literally became the issue, right?
Right.
So the effective use of that, the study of that, the practice of that. And so really it becomes, how do we work on, and I worked very closely with Gary Keller, who's got the book, The One Thing, and that really was about focus. How do you get focused on the things that really matter, that make a big difference? So we can do lots of stuff. We've all got too many things to do. And then the question becomes, how do we select? And part of being this 20-minute TED Talk style is you got to select. You got to select the words. You can't use all the words you'd want to use. Right. And so in life, we can't do all the things we need to do. If you're going to take a trip and you've got a bag that's already packed, you've got to unpack some stuff to put more new stuff in it. And our life is like that. We keep just tacking on, piling on, getting more stressed out. And so what, really the one thing was about is how do we get focused on the things that really matter, that drive our ball forward down the field faster so we score more often, that we win more often, and really revolves around not so much how to do what we do, it's about how to decide what we're not going to do.
I like that.
That's really, I think, a big key for it, and most of us don't get that. It's like it's a selection process. So anyway, I think that's time management in a nutshell. Certainly there are many ways that it plays out, one of which is time blocking. We mostly know about time blocking. The challenge about time blocking is that we don't always, like, what are you time blocking if you're not clear about what the priorities are? I can time block anything. It doesn't mean it's effective.
Right.
It just means it's on my calendar. Right, so we have to first start with purpose and start with the things that really tell us here's what we're accomplishing, and in that it decides our priority. Then our priority gets dictated into our calendars through a thing called time blocking. Anyway, it's a process. So that's a big part of what we're teaching.
See, we have daily planners, and part of that daily planner is your targets for the day. And I struggle with, so I write my targets down, but there's those distractions, the fires that come up, and you're trying to go back. So how do you keep yourself, even if you're in that time block, you're getting the fires out, you've got your targets, how do you keep yourself from getting distracted? Do you have any strategies for that?
Yeah, there's a whole lot around that, Melanie. And part of it is building yourself into a bunker situation where people can't get to you, because it's the easiest thing in the world. And we've set ourselves up with our cell phones, notifications and bells and whistles and things that are going off. We've got to shut all that distraction out and get ourselves in the zone for a defined period of time. It's not going to be all day. There's no way you're going to do that. Yet we talk in terms of one thing time being somewhere between 1 and 4 hours. And for anybody that's watching, one of the things that you might consider is when we were in high school, we had classes that went 50 minutes. The bell rings, we get up, we go cross campus, we sit down, and for 50 minutes we're in that subject. Yeah. And then we get up, we go across campus, and we sit down again for 50 minutes. If we could do that even, we would be so much more effective. What happens is we're so in and out of things on a momentary basis, we're never getting a roll. We're never getting in the flow. We're never, you have to, you're in an email that's a very important email. You're 3 paragraphs in, somebody distracts you. Hey, I don't want to interrupt you. Got a quick question. Well, it's going to interrupt me. It isn't quick. Right. I'm going to come back to the email. What do I have to do? I got to reread the whole freaking thing to get to the place where I was. And I may never emotionally or mentally get back to the place that I was, which means how much time is wasted. And they tell us it's 28% of our day is through distraction that we lose every single day. So that's really what I think we need to do, is just stay focused and do the things that matter.
I can see that. I mean, myself, I think about, all right, I go on Facebook because I have to do a Facebook message. Someone messaged me. I have to reply to that. I know it's important. I go in there and I better like this person's page. Oh, I had another notification. The next thing I know, I'm derailed, and I've spent 5 minutes of that 28 minutes or whatever hours that you say that was not really useful. And then I go, why did I come back to Facebook again? Why was I here?
Why were you checking that particular thing at that time, which wasn't your priority, right?
Right.
So how do we stay in our priority instead of in other people's priority? And that's really the biggest, hardest part about life is we've got so many pressures between spouses, kids, jobs, people, and everybody expects that with the notifications we get today, it's like, I texted you, you didn't respond. I emailed you, you didn't respond. It's like, well, yeah, it wasn't my priority, it was yours.
My son says that all the time. He's 16 years old, and he's always saying, they didn't respond. My girlfriend didn't respond to me, and it's been 30 minutes. Like, oh my gosh, And that's how their minds are working.
Exactly.
The other thing that I love that you pointed on today, and you brushed on this a little bit earlier, just one of my favorite points was your time is your time. And what is going to get you really the most value for your time or the most money for your time? If you're in sales, what are the top clients, the people that you're going to get that money from? What is that? So I love that you said that.
Yeah. It's really about, I mean, in sales for this room here, it's all about lead generation. I mean, our one thing is how do we get more clients? Mm-hmm. Everything else is a great way to justify. Well, I had to do the paperwork all the sales I made. Good, hire somebody. Stay focused on the things that really matter to you, right? Yeah. That's all it takes.
Love it. Thank you so much, Don. Appreciate you. And where can we find you?
Well, Maps, MAPS, Maps Business Training. And actually, we made an offer today. If you don't mind, I'll throw it out here for everybody that's watching. Yes. So we have a... I got to get my phone number, though. The only thing is, it's a phone number. It's not a text 2 number, but it is a text 2. So it's 512 area code. 512-213, thank you. You know it.
I think it's
213-1080. 512-213-1080. And then you text Habitude, Habitude, 2017, all one word. And you'll get a free course that I'm giving. And I'm doing it live and in person for this group. And then apparently anybody that's watching right now. Yeah. So it'll be a live course, meaning it's not recorded. And then you get to listen whenever you want. It's like I'm live. So we're going to do that coming up in next week and then the week after, and we'll run those courses. 3 programs, and you're all invited.
And the 3 programs are, one is on your mindset, yes. The other one is time management, yes. And the third one is?
Influence. How do we influence others? There's our words and our behaviors that influence ourselves and others.
Terrific. We're going to watch. I've already logged in for mine, so I'm confirmed.
I look forward to it.
All right. Thanks, Don.
Because I need to prove that I'm part of this. So
nice.
I want us all to be in here.
Because we keep saying Jen Foster's here, but you're not going to believe us.
I'm holding the camera. I'm the cameraman, so nobody knows I'm here.
Oh, Jen,
so
you
I
did
wanted
a great
to
job on that
come
too.
in here, and I wanted to say I think it's really awesome that you worked with Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins. In your talk, you were saying you found an old picture of him, so hopefully you can find that again and share it with us.
Actually, we had somebody talking about their helicopter experience.
Oh, yeah.
Tony and we landed his helicopter.
Oh, my God.
It's a great story.
Crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Another time.
Well, you know what? I'm going to ask you right here on Facebook Live. We have a podcast, and we would love to have you as a guest on it. It's called Elite Expert Insider, and you can tell us that story.
Okay. It's a promise. I'll do it.
Look for that on our schedule. Bye.
Bye. That's awesome.